Welcome to Testing Tuesday! Yeah!
Every week, Florian and I are going to test one Alexa skill or a Google action to learn from successful apps that are already in the app stores at life. And this time we're testing
BudgetBot.
Yeah.
Yes. Why have you heard of that one, or why should you have heard of it? It's one of the finalists of the previous Alexa challenge, which was the
Life Hack
Challenge.
Yeah.
Exactly. It wasn't the winner, but it was still one of the finalists. And we were browsing the categories and looking for something that was not a sound machine and not a voice game. This was one of the good stuff.
It's one of the three.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's give it a try, shall we? Alexa, open BudgetBot.
Welcome to BudgetBot. You can tell me when you make a purchase and I'll add it to your budget, or you can ask me about how much you've spent so far. What would you like to do?
Add something to my budget.
You'll need to link your account to get personalized budgeting advice. For now, here's a fun fact. If you invested $300 in the stock market in 1990, it would be worth more than $4,000 today.
Oh, account linking, cool. Well, maybe we can still add something.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa, open BudgetBot.
Welcome to BudgetBot. You can tell me when you make a purchase and I'll add it to your budget, or you can ask me about how much you've spent so far.
Alexa,
what would you like to...
I've spent $100 on groceries.
To start using this skill, please use the companion app to authenticate on Amazon.
Yes, thank you for having joined Testing Tuesday.
Let me try it out. Okay, let me just log in.
It's running on my laptop, on my account.
Oh, it's your account?
Yeah, it doesn't matter which laptop stands there.
Quick break. Link Alexa. Okay, so BudgetBot has been linked successfully.
Yeah, welcome back. It's half an hour later. And we successfully linked an account.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Okay, so the account linking experience was already kind of frustrating because we couldn't choose any password. We had to choose also an uppercase password that also contains letters and also special characters or something.
And animals and at least one exclamation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try it again. Open BudgetBot.
Welcome to BudgetBot. You can tell me when you make a purchase and I'll add it to your budget, or you can ask me about how much you've spent so far.
Now.
What would you like to do?
I bought something.
Please give a description.
I bought something to eat.
What was the price?
15 euros.
I added it to your budget. $15 in category pets. If you like BudgetBot, please leave a review. We really appreciate it.
I'm not ready for giving a review. At least not something that it likes. Alexa, tell BudgetBot I bought books for $15. I meant to say 50.
Please give a description.
Books.
Sorry, I'm not sure what that means. You can tell me about your expenses or ask me about how much you've spent. What would you like to do?
I've spent 50 euros on books.
I added books to your budget. $50 in category education.
Didn't I say euros?
That makes sense. I mean, it's the US.
Yeah.
Alexa, tell BudgetBot I bought a bike for $300. Nice bike.
Please give a description.
A bike.
Sorry, I'm not sure what that means. You can tell me about your expenses or ask me about how much you've spent. What would you like to do?
I bought a bike.
Please give a description.
a bicycle.
It looks like you haven't set up a spending plan yet. Having a plan is a great first step for budgeting. Go to tellbudgetbot.com to set one up. I can automatically generate a plan for you once you've been keeping track of your spending with BudgetBot for at least a month.
Alexa, ask BudgetBot what's a spending plan.
Sounds
It
boring.
looks like you haven't set up a spending plan yet. Having a plan is a great first step for budgeting.
Alexa,
Go to
stop. Alexa, ask BudgetBot how much did I spend on books?
In the past 30 days, you have no spending in category books.
All right.
Okay, Alexa, ask BudgetBot how much have I spent on education.
In the past 30 days, you've spent $50 in category education.
Alexa, I've spent $50 on a microphone.
You should have said BudgetBot.
Oh. Alexa, tell BudgetBot I've spent $50 on a microphone.
I added the microphone to your budget.
Okay, that's cool.
$50 in category electronics. If you like BudgetBot, please leave a review. We really appreciate it.
Okay. Something else, or should we?
Oh, I think I'm done with BudgetBot.
Okay, so I mean the last interaction was okay. Like, okay, I've spent this, and then that's it. A little bit too much of like begging for reviews, but it was still like, if it works like that, it's okay. There was a lot of other things, and why would I need to link my account to just like store stuff like this? So it feels very restricting to have users. So the way from just like launching the skill to the first successful session or the first successful interaction was like super long. It was have to set something up, then explain something, and something doesn't work, and this and that. So it doesn't really tell me what the spending plan is. For example, then I have to go back to a website and so on. But I've already linked the account, so it could also just send me an email to explain this if I need to go to a website. So it's definitely a good idea. It's probably super difficult as well from a language model standpoint, just because it understood microphone, which was cool. It understood books sometimes 50% of the time. What do you think?
I think something that was remarkable was that this skill worked better in one-shot mode than it did in dialogue mode. Whenever you said Alexa, ask BudgetBot or tell BudgetBot I've bought books for €50, then it understood things perfectly. But once you went into the dialogue and it asked, so what category was it? Then did that work even once? I'm not sure.
Maybe it's really, you could really feel that the intention for the skill was to really just have a one-shot mode, and then that's it. So you bought something, you arrive home, you just tell the bot what you bought, and then that's it. You never think about it again. And they also said that it's like, I can tell you more after 1 month. So it's really meant for daily, when you buy something, you just log it into your BudgetBot, and that's it. No real conversation, no dialogue. But it's still weird. So I always thought that one-shot speech recognition would be worse than because I don't know, there's so much stuff to recognize. The invocation name, it's the utterance, and so on, and that's interesting.
It would be interesting to see what the language model would look like. I guess it has one big intent, like the add expense intent, then with different slots, like a category or an item slot and a money slot. And then have a dialogue mode to fill the slot for each thing. And maybe it didn't work super well, obviously. Wonder if this, where this comes from. And if for example, you say, I bought a book, if it would still trigger that add expense intent and still fill that slot well. I think there was something about. I think we've become to the borders of where dialogue management works really well. In this case.
I think it was just the person who developed it was probably just focusing a lot on the main purpose, which was the one shots, and to just have it as a daily companion, but not having to invoke a dialogue all the time. And so a lot of testing went into the one shots, but not a lot of testing in the conversational aspects of it.
True. And I mean, it's good once you as a user are trained to using it in the one-shot mode. It really works well. If I could very well imagine going to use it in such a way. Well, Alexa, tell BudgetBot I've spent $7 on lunch today, and then asking it for a week for how much I spent for lunch. This is really like a pretty neat use case. And if you're trained not to...
Alexa, tell BudgetBot I've spent $7 on lunch today.
I added lunch today to your budget. $7 in category office supplies.
Category office supplies? Alexa, tell BudgetBot I've spent $6 on lunch yesterday. I think it doesn't resolve
I added
that.
lunch yesterday to your budget. $6 in category dining. If you
Okay.
like BudgetBot, please leave a review. We really appreciate it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
that doesn't resolve the time. I think this would add some more value, because sometimes some days you forget what you've added on another day. And then it would also open some possibilities of asking how much did I spend on Tuesdays? Well, maybe that's just the kind of my internal data scientist. Okay.
Okay.
But still, it's useful. It's kind of, I do understand the judge's decision to put it as a finalist.
Yeah, very low friction. You don't have to grab your phone and type something in and then log it there. There are a lot of tools like that, I believe, in the mobile app stores, and so I feel like that's definitely helpful. And I agree that it makes sense for the broader picture to have account linking there, so that you can actually connect that to other services as well. So when I'm on the go, I can just log it into my mobile phone app for BudgetBot or Facebook Messenger bot or whatever. But when I'm at home, it's way easier to just use Alexa. So cool. That was BudgetBot on Testing Tuesday.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you at the next episode.
Yeah,
of Testing Tuesday.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to learn more next Tuesday. We're happy for any suggestions. If you have anything that we should test and review for you, let us know. See you next week.
Bye-bye.